I mean, oh, wow, look, he's got a coin out already. Oh my god, it came around. Hey, everybody, to quote my favorite artist, it's Friday, gotta get down, Friday. It's Rebecca Black. So, today is Friday, we're gonna talk about the second... Okay, so here's what happened. I'll break this down. So I made a video. You can tell that it's not out right now because it's not out right now. What I did was I made it, and then I went to go put it into my computer to put it online, and my computer was like, no, don't do that. And it crashed. It didn't actually crash. I don't know what happened, but it shut down and then rebooted. It kept everything that I had on there, but it decided to just wipe out the USB. I don't know. The one thing I did differently was I plugged the USB in before I turned the computer on this time. I didn't imagine it to be that catastrophic, but it was pretty bad. So then I had to reshoot it, and then when I was reshooting it, I reshot it after I had worked. I came back, I reshot, I was putting it in the computer, and then as it's rendering, I was like, I'll just take a quick little nap. So I fell asleep, and now it's 7 in the morning, and I'm here. So yeah. I forgot to set an alarm because I thought it would just be a quick little nap, you know? I have stuff to do, I'll wake right back up. So I missed the match. It was fine. It basically went just like I thought it was going to go. But then, because I don't know what exactly is in the second video, because it's on my computer, like my computer just... I haven't watched it fully yet, so I don't really know what I went into. I know I did miss a couple things between... I definitely missed it in the first video, so I can only imagine I missed it in the second video. This is on, right? Yeah, good. So, I'll just break it down. We'll go over the last match of the quarterfinals really quickly between Tsitsipas and Nadal, because I said in a few videos ago that that would be the match that kind of determined what the final would be like, and lo and behold, it basically just what I thought happened, or what I thought could happen, happened, and because of that, I'm like 90% sure Medvedev is going to win the final. But that's because we're in Tsitsipas and Nadal's match. Nadal won more games than Tsitsipas across 5 sets. He won 27 out of 52 games. So Tsitsipas only won 25 games. They both had really solid percentages going into it, game-winning percentages, so it only makes sense Nadal's was higher, that he had the better games won at the end of the match. What that really shows, because Tsitsipas did win more points, 145 points to 142 points for Nadal. So he did win the match, and he won the points needed to win the match. It's just, you know, one of those fun tennis situations where he lost more games than he won, but he still won. That really mostly shows that Nadal definitely took a downturn in his gameplay, but it also, you know, it kind of shows that Tsitsipas was able to really turn his game around. I mean, he lost sets 6-3 and 6-2, where he only took sets off Nadal 6-4, 7-5, 7-6. They were all close matches on his part, where he was losing with a big differential. So that means oh shit. Well, I mean, it works. All right, I didn't mean to, but it mostly just means that he was able to keep up with Nadal and use Nadal's momentum, essentially, to kind of win the match for him, rather than just overpowering him and being the better player. It was more just and I don't like saying a luck battle, because it clearly is not luck if you're in the quarterfinal round against the number 2 player in the world. It's not luck. He's doing something right. But it's not as advantageous as just hitting winners every shot or forcing errors out of Nadal. It could just be playing a patient game and making Nadal make an error on the big shot. You know, it's a more patient game. And again, I didn't see it, so I'm not 100% sure, but just based on the points and based off the next match against Medvedev, which I'm going to talk about right now, it just seemed like that's what happened. Anyway, now we're into the semifinals. And the semifinals, I only had one coin, so 50% right there. We had Novak Djokovic taking on Aslan Karatsev. And I really thought Karatsev was going to pull through. I mean, he had an amazing Australian Open, and just to make it to the semifinal is incredible. And then to play against a number one player, which would have been his third top 10 player of the tournament. I mean, he's just had a nuts round. Oh no, sorry, Dimitrov's 18. I read that wrong. My apologies. Schwartzman was 8. I should have put that together. So, 2 top 20s, 2 top 10s. He had a really tough tournament. And he's a 114th seed. He's a qualifier. Made it to a semifinal. And he didn't get a set off Djokovic. But he got to play against Novak Djokovic in a semifinal match. In front of a crowd, too. Good for Karatsev. Huge year for him. Hopefully we'll see his... I mean, we're definitely going to see his name at the French Open. But hopefully this has solidified him at least a year to stay on tour. And, maybe we'll see some pretty crazy things come out of him. Fortunately, that's the end of his Australian Open. Djokovic looked... His highlights that I saw... again, I'm 2 for 2 for sleep through a semifinal, so... Woo! But I don't have work going in the final, so I'm actually gonna watch this. It's happening. I don't want to jinx it, but I think I may have. Novak Djokovic, yeah. I saw highlights, played really well. Karatsev was... it didn't look like he could adapt as quickly as Djokovic, which I think I wrote about in my novel of a biography or description, whatever, is on YouTube. So I talked about it a little bit there. He was, I mean, he's been pretty solid, but he just hasn't looked like he would be an efficient player this deep in the tournament. He looked like he would kind of struggle, especially after the Fritz and I want to say Tiafoe more than Raonic, but I guess he really has done better against Raonic in the past than he has against Tiafoe. So I guess the bigger surprise would be the longer Raonic match, but I think Tiafoe was a crazier upset in the Djokovic term for a 4-set match. 2 tiebreaks. Anyway, I love 4-set 2 tiebreak. So we have Novak Djokovic. Karatsev just, couldn't quite adapt. I saw short points, so it looked mostly like he just, Djokovic just had that one extra shot in him that Karatsev wasn't quite ready for, which Djokovic does well with. So good that he's in the final, in a sense, because it'll at least make the final exciting and pull, hopefully, the best out of Daniil. But it is still going to be a Novak Djokovic final. They're kind of cut and pasted. He's either going to be... You're going to know after the first set who's going to win this match. That's the best way to put it. Djokovic is pretty... I mean, he'll put up a fight, I guess, but in my opinion, you can see how Djokovic is going to... how the match is going to... what the outcome of the match is going to be. I don't know why I kept setting myself up with such terrible words. Well, you can tell what the outcome of the match is going to be really early on with the Djokovic match. He wears his mentality out on his shirt, so you can see it like, can't swear, like a sign. So hopefully Djokovic is there for the whole match, and it's a nice, entertaining match. But we'll get into Daniil Medvedev and Stefanos Tsitsipas, the match I just slept through and saw brief highlights of. Daniil really likes playing against Tsitsipas. I don't know how else to say it. I think Tsitsipas hates it because he has won one time. But Daniil, really, I don't get it. Tsitsipas is such a long leg player. He really stretches points well. I mean, he just took 5 sets off Nadal after being down 2 sets, the second person to do it. He is a very tough player. And Daniil was just like, no, I'm gonna beat you. 6-4, 6-2, 7-5. Quick, get him out of the way, out of the tournament. I don't know what kind of animosities between them, but I will say that if I were in Medvedev's shoes and I came up against somebody who just had a full match walkover, he didn't just have it, it was a match before, so he didn't just have a full match walkover, but he had in the round of 16, he gets a free pass. Oh, you better believe if I saw that guy in the next part of the draw, I'm going to be amped to play him. I mean, it's going to be hard. He's going to have legs. But yeah, I could definitely see a little bit of motivation for Medvedev. Sorry, right in the mic. How'd you like that one? Good for Medvedev for doing well. Tsitsipas, I didn't see the whole match, so I hope that the points in between what I saw were exciting. But yeah, unfortunately, it just looked like a Medvedev show, which he's not the most exciting player to watch. This could be one of the most boring finals ever, because Medvedev is just like, I'm going to hit the ball through you, and if you hit it away from me, I'm going to get mad and hit the ball even harder. Where Djokovic is just going to annoy the heck out of someone and play a very patient game. So the two of them, it could be fun, drama-filled match. Yeah, back and forth. I don't think so. I think they're both coming in hot, straight set wins. This could be a tight 3-set match, or maybe the first 2 sets kind of bounce back and forth, and then the winner takes the next 2. Ooh, my hair looks goofy like this. So I would say, I didn't do a check mark. I don't have a pen, but I like to live my life on the edge. I'm going to do... Oh, and winning percentages. This is crazy. I'll get into this real quick. Daniil Medvedev has played in 182 total games. He's won 118, giving him a winning percentage of 64.84%. That's really good. He was going into the semifinals. Going into the semifinal of 8 people, he was number 3? Yeah, number 3 overall. Then out of the semifinalists. Man, I think I got the days all wrong. He was quarterfinal has 8 people. I think I said semifinal. Out of the semifinalists with 4 people. Oh, sleeping. You'd think with all the sleep I've caught, missing matches, I'd be well rested, be able to read stuff. No. No. But yeah, with 4 people, he was definitely the best. 90 down out of 152 total games won. Next closest would probably be Aslan Karatsev with 96 out of 151. Then I would put Stefanos Tsitsipas at 89 out of 151 and Novak Djokovic at 117 out of 202. Anyway, now we go back up to Novak Djokovic, who did just have a 3-set match, so hopefully improving that game-winning percentage, because at the quarterfinal round, he was in last with 58.23%. Man, that's a good 2. It's such a terrible writing. So he did improve. Good for Novak Djokovic. He went to 113 games won out of 229 total, leaving him with 58.95%. Good job. He ramped it up just a smidge. That's all he needs. It's not all he needs, but it'll help. He has still played in 40 games, almost 50 games more, 47 games more than Daniil. And he's only won 17 more. So Daniil really has a great opportunity here. If he brings the same level of competition that he's brought against the last few matches, he hasn't faced anyone with the experience Djokovic has. I mean, he hit maybe Krajinovic, just because Krajinovic trains with Djokovic. Near Djokovic. They're both Serbian, so have most likely shared a court to train more likely than Medvedev and Djokovic have. Either way, while I would... man, I always call the upset, and they're always wrong. Except for, I did call one Karatsev that was right. Just one, though. And it was the obvious one, I think. Either way. While Novak Djokovic, definitely the preferred favorite. Nice little... not contradictory, there's that word, and it means redundant. It means both words basically mean the same thing. There we go. So, while Djokovic, definitely top player going into this, statistically speaking, at least, this would be his, what, like 10th Australian Open? 11th? Something crazy like that. He's at 17 total wins. This would be 18. So, yeah, it'll be a big year for him. But Daniil, this is at least his second final. I think he's been in one before. No, that wasn't a major. He's been at least one major final before this, and he looked good in it. He had to play against this. It was team. It was a team match where they both had no legs underneath them. But luckily, he's looking good. He's still playing straight set matches. He may still have a leg issue, just because it is the finals again, and he looked tired in that U.S. Open when he had a good run there. He had a good run here. Hopefully he has better legs, especially because he's going up against Novak Djokovic, and Djokovic is definitely a cardio-talented person. That's a good way to say it. So, yeah, I have Daniil Medvedev taking Novak Djokovic. I'm going to go scores. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go full score here. It's going to be a 4-set match. I think Djokovic is going to take the first one 6-4. Second one's going to go tiebreak 7-6 for Medvedev. Then Medvedev's going to take the next one 6-3, and the last one's going to be 6-4. It's going to be a tight one with a few breaks. All right. I didn't write that down, and it's at the end of my video, so I will hear it. That'll be good. I'll be able to hear it and copy it down somewhere else. So that is potentially the last Australian Open, because I always plan to make the final video like a nice big tournament recap, and it goes so well up here, and then it goes a little too well because I don't ever actually make the real thing. So maybe, hopefully, keep these crossed for us. Happy Friday. Go Bears. Oh, Asics. I still only have the shirt and the shoes, so I'll just have to cut back with another slogan. Asics. Just do it.